It was my idea. I'll admit that. Not the exploring abandoned places part. We'd done that before. But this building specifically, I was the one who suggested it. And I'm the one who still thinks about it every night. My friend Jess and I had this habit. Whenever we found a place that looked forgotten, an old house, a closed down store, we'd go in, take a look around, maybe snap a few pictures, then leave. Nothing reckless, just curiosity. The office building had been empty for years. At least that's what we heard. 3 floors, downtown, but tucked away enough that no one paid attention to it anymore. The windows were dusty, some cracked. The sign out front was half fallen, letters missing. It looked abandoned, completely. We went just after sunset. I remember Jess joking that it would be more atmospheric. I laughed. At the time, it didn't feel like a bad idea. The front doors were locked, but one of the side entrances had been forced open at some point. The metal door hung slightly crooked on its hinges, so we slipped inside. The air was stale, like it hadn't moved in years. Our footsteps echoed as we walked into what used to be the lobby. The floor was covered in dust, scattered papers, and old office furniture that had been pushed to the side. Cubicles were visible farther back, dimly lit by the fading light through the windows. "Still creepy?" Jess asked. "Little," I said, but I was smiling. We turned on our phone flashlights and moved deeper inside. The first floor was exactly what you'd expect. Rows of cubicles, broken chairs, filing cabinets left half open. Nothing unusual, just empty. It was quiet in a way that didn't feel natural. Not like a place without people, more like a place that was waiting. We didn't stay long on the first floor. Jess found the stairwell and pushed the door open. "Let's check upstairs," she said. I hesitated for a second, then I followed her. The second floor felt different. I noticed it immediately. It wasn't colder. It wasn't darker. But something about it felt tighter. The hallway stretched ahead of us, lined with glass-walled offices. Some doors were open, some closed. Our footsteps sounded louder up here. "Did you hear that?" Jess whispered. "Hear what?" I asked. She paused, then shook her head. "Nothing." We kept moving. One of the offices caught my attention. The door was slightly ajar. Inside there was a desk, a computer, and a chair. But everything was neat. Like, really neat. Unlike the rest of the building, nothing in that room looked disturbed. No dust on the desk, no papers scattered. "Was somebody in here recently?" I asked. Jess stepped closer and shined her light inside. "That's weird," she said. The computer monitor flickered. We both froze. It wasn't plugged in, and there was no power in the building. I could see the cable hanging loose behind the monitor. The screen flickered again, then went black. "Okay," Jess said quickly. "Let's go upstairs." I didn't argue. The third floor was worse. The moment we opened the stairwell door, I felt it. The same tight feeling, but stronger. The hallway was darker, The windows were boarded up here, blocking out most of what remained of the outside light. Our flashlights barely reached the end of the corridor. "Maybe we should head back," I said. Jess didn't respond right away. She was looking down the hall. "What?" I asked. I thought I saw something," she said. "Like what?" "I don't know. Just something moved." I felt my stomach drop. "There's no one here," I said, more to myself than her. Jess nodded, but she didn't look convinced. We took a few steps forward. That's when we heard it. A sound, like something dragging, from one of the offices. We both turned towards it at the same time. The door was closed. The sound stopped. We stood there, frozen. "Did you?" I started. Jess grabbed my arm. The door handle was moving, turning. Neither of us moved. The door creaked open, just a few inches. There was darkness inside. No light, no movement. Then, a shape shifted in the doorway. Not stepping out, just adjusting, like it had been standing there the whole time, watching. Jess whispered, "Do you see that?" I nodded. I couldn't speak. The shape didn't come closer, didn't make a sound, but I could feel it looking at us. Not like a person looks at you, like it was trying to understand us. We backed away slowly, step by step. The door stayed open. The shape stayed inside. But as we reached the hallway, I realized something. It was taller than the doorway. It shouldn't have fit. "Run," Jess said. I didn't hesitate. We both ran for the stairwell, our footsteps pounding against the floor, echoing loudly. Behind us, something moved. Not fast, but I could hear it following. We didn't look back. We burst through the stairway door and ran down the stairs. Second floor, first floor, into the lobby. We didn't stop until we were outside. The cold air hit me like a shock. We stood there, breathing hard, staring at the building. There was no movement, no sound. It was just an empty structure. We didn't talk about it much after that, not in detail. But a few days later, Jess texted me. Just one sentence. "Did you leave something in my bag?" I hadn't. Then she sent me a picture. It was a stack of papers, old and yellowed, from the office. I recognized the logo at the top, but that wasn't the part that scared me. It was what was written underneath it, in handwriting that wasn't hers or mine. "You came for me." I hadn't gone exploring since, and neither has Jess, but sometimes, when I'm home alone at night, I hear footsteps. Not coming towards me, just moving somewhere nearby, like something is still figuring out where it belongs. And I can't stop thinking. Maybe it didn't follow us out. Maybe we gave it a reason to leave.